Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about why not procrastinate. I had to make two videos, one sewing a pillow and one making a birdhouse, and I have not been able to do it because of injury that I got because of a car accident. It's going to be 5 months the end of this month since I had my car accident, but I just recently had an operation on my shoulder. They didn't think there was anything wrong with my shoulder. It was just hurt. So until my therapist for my hand, because I broke my fingers, told me to request an MRI, and then they found out there was something wrong with it, and so I didn't even know all the things that they did to me. He just showed me the pictures after my surgery and said they sewed the rotating cuff, and that was it. Just last week, I found out why I've been in so much pain. I went to therapy and I felt worse. They made me move my arm and everything, and they pushed me. And I thought, well, they're the therapist; they should know what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not doing it. Oh, by the way, you see my background. This is the my future craft room, and I'm still working on it and slowly because, like I told you, my injury. So you see how bad it is. You'll see the nice results later, okay? But this is gonna be my big craft room where I'm gonna have different stations. So back to my injuries. So just yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, Thursday, I found out that they shaved my bone. They um, removed a ligament. It was, I guess it's because it's like where the bone is on my shoulder, and they sanded it, and so now it's thin, and um, and then they sewed it. Okay, so that's why I have so much pain. And they said that shoulder surgery is takes longer to heal compared to even knee surgery. That all of them have a lot of pain, but it takes the longest because you have all these muscles and ligaments that you have to use to do different things. Okay, so to move it, I still can't raise my arm, and and sometimes I want to, but they told me that I can't, that I shouldn't. And simple things like if I drop a pencil and I reach to get it, oh, it gives me excruciating pain. So it's been tough on me. And I'm not saying this so you can have pity on me, okay? Something that I learned because of this. So these two fingers are broken. Well, they're not broken anymore. They got um, screws and a plate, and I'm getting therapy for that because see, I still can't make a fist on that. So this one's weak. They measured it. It's only 30. I guess I can do 30 pounds, or I don't know what the measurements, how they go, but this is 30 and this is 40. So yeah, I'm a mess. But I was very good at procrastinating, and I still am learning, but now I see why you shouldn't procrastinate. You only have today. Tomorrow is not promised, like it happened to me. I had just done laundry 2 days before my surgery, and I procrastinated and I did not fold my clothes and did not put them away. So when I got back from the hospital, I had that big mess and I couldn't do anything about it. I had this wrapped and this wrapped, so I couldn't do anything. And oh my goodness, how I wished I could. I missed it. You miss the simple things that you can do in life. Like, even now that I'm telling you this, somebody just reminded me. She has very bad legs, and now she goes shopping for groceries, and she has to hurry up home, and because she has a lot of pain. So see, I'm taking my legs for granted right now. Those are as healthy as can be, and I haven't gone for walks. Mind you, it's been very hot here, but I could get up early and go. That's my plan for this coming week. I am gonna walk, and I'm gonna take my Mila, my little Pomeranian. We're gonna go for a walk because my legs are healthy. I don't walk on my arms, so and but everything that I procrastinated, about. I wish I could do. I have a closet that needs, fixing, and I didn't do it. Now I just look at it and I just wish I could do this and could do that. And so I have to limit like what I'm gonna do, so I don't get hurt. And because once they told me to remove the sling, I thought I could just do stuff, and no, I hurt myself. So anyway, please don't take life for granted. Your tomorrow's not guaranteed. You only have today. So whatever it is that you want to do or need to do, do it, because tomorrow might not be there. You never know what could happen. And another thing is make those phone calls to somebody that you wanted to talk to for a long time and you just put it off, or you always allow something to come up so you don't call that person, or subconsciously you do it. Make that phone call. Maybe nothing will happen to you, you'll be perfect, but that person that you've been meaning to call, maybe something would happen to them. Okay, so you never know what. um, they can lose their life, or they could get dementia and not recognize you. So you make those phone calls, and then forgive whoever it is that you need to forgive. You can call them and tell them you forgive them, or just let it go. You know, when you're angry at somebody, you keep repeating that story over and over again. Oh, if he hadn't done that, and oh, how dare he did that, and all this stuff. So that means you haven't let go. So you haven't forgiven him. But if you can just let go, perhaps say, he's human. He had his reasons. Um, if it was a guy, well, he just wasn't into me. He's gonna be nice to another person because he's gonna be in love with him, but he was not in love with you. Um, you two have probably stopped answering calls from a guy because you're not in love with him. So I mean, we all do it, and so try to forgive. It's not so much for them; it's for you. If you forgive, you don't have that turmoil inside of you that just boils your blood and stops you from doing things and makes you react differently because of that story you have behind you. He or she, a friend, or your mother, whoever you're angry at, she has her story on what happened. And so you need to let it go and not use that story to stop you from doing other things. And other things, if you want a trip, if you want to take a trip, start planning it. Don't keep putting it off for tomorrow. Go and sign up, go to a travel agency and ask questions just so you can learn about the different trips that are available and the prices. Maybe you don't even have to reserve it with them, but when you get the ideas, you can go home and go Google it and go see what you can find. Believe it or not, I had a friend that just went to Hawaii from El Paso, Texas, and he said the flight only cost him $200 one way. This was, I think, in March. So it depends on the month. You never know, but he only paid $200 one way. And so there's specials out there. And today somebody just told me that to go to, I think it was Italy, that for $400 they were able to go. Of course, that's just the flight. And then you still have to have money for your hotel and your food and souvenirs. So, but start planning on it. Don't be putting it off. Put a jar and start putting all your money in there or in a bank account. But start planning. If you don't see it and start planning, it's not going to happen. So start thinking, okay, I want to go to Italy. Let's see. Let me go check the prices. How much does it cost to fly in this day, that month? Start planning it. And then look into the weather. What is it that you have to wear? Da da da. So just plan the whole thing. You can do it. Now with the internet, we're all travel agents. So just start planning your trip. So you want to do, say, take an art class? Well, now you don't even have to go to a place. Just like I'm having little craft classes, right? go online and you can learn so much and start doing all sorts of things. Learn to paint and learn to sew. Anything that you've been wanting to do, it's time to do it. Don't let that, time just pass you by. You know that we all have the same amount of time in the day, in the year, and some people use it wisely and some of us don't. So start using your time wisely and start planning what it is that is your deep desire, whatever it is you've been wanting to do, start doing it. You want to learn a new language, start doing it. You know that the community colleges and even the universities have programs for people for the summer or night classes. And it's not for a credit, it's just fun classes. They teach you how to do wine tasting. They teach you how a new language. Um, Rocks, if you want to learn about rocks, stained glass, quilting. And then if you're over 55, at least here in El Paso, Texas, at the community college, if you're 55, you get free classes. And they even teach you how to make programs on the computer. They teach you, like, once again, quilting, even line dancing. There is so much out there for free or for very little money. There's a place here in El Paso. It's for cancer survivors, and they actually have free classes there. I just went to one to learn about keto, and it was very interesting. So, just look in the newspaper. Well, I guess we don't have newspapers anymore, but here in El Paso, we have this newspaper that is big and thick. It's not like your regular El Paso Times or anything like that. But it has all sorts of events for the month. So in the front, so check your city. They might have something similar where it says the month and it's everything's gonna happen for that month. And sometimes they advertise in advance for the coming events. And so they're usually at Walgreens as you're going out the door. Your library might have it, and where else have I seen it? Banks sometimes have it. So everywhere you go, a restaurants. I usually everywhere I go, even though I don't live there, but I'm visiting, I look around by the door at the newspapers that they have, the free newspapers, free magazines, and I pick them up. And that's how I get to know what's going on in that city that I'm visiting. So there's no reason for you to just stay home and not do different things or do things that you've been wanting to do. Start doing it. Start thinking about yourself. Even if you have grandchildren or children, you're always making time for them, and then you forget about you, and it's time to remember you. And when you remember you and do stuff for you, you know you're a happy camper. You're gonna be nicer to your grandkids, to your children, to your husband, to your boyfriend, to your friends. You'll be happy because you also need to do stuff that you want to do. Excuse me, that you want to do. So a lot of times when you have friends, you might end up just doing what she wants or he wants, right? Well, start doing your own thing. And there's nothing wrong with doing it by yourself. If your friend doesn't want to accompany you, go by yourself. You'll make new friends. Trust me, I've made lots in that manner. And so, again, you never know what's going to happen to you. Like I said, I can make fists, so I can't do a lot of stuff. Thank goodness I'm right-handed, but because of this, I'm an artist. I can paint. Well, I can't right now because, to paint, um, you have to have your arm like this for quite a while. See, like right now, it hurts. So I can't do it. So since April 25th, that's when my accident happened. I haven't been able to do what I love. And it's been sad. I couldn't even drive. And right now I'm driving, but it's painful. And I kind of drive with one hand, this bad hand. And but if I'm gonna go a long way, I asked my son if he can take me because it is painful, and I'm not used to taking medication. And so I was taking ibuprofen and Tylenol, and I take a set of ibuprofen and then Tylenol later. And I felt like, well, it doesn't work. Finally, the therapist yesterday told me to call my doctor and ask for some painkillers. Well, they don't prescribe any painkillers stronger than Tylenol and ibuprofen. And so, but they told me you can take it 3 times a day, the ibuprofen, up to 3 pills, 200 milligrams each, right? And in between the Tylenol. So to me, that's a lot of pills. So that's why I've been in so much pain, because I didn't know you could do that. So today is my first day that I'm going to be doing that. So hopefully the pain goes away. See, tell me. My surgery was August 5th. Can you imagine? So I've been struggling with pain. And so another thing, ask questions. Because like I told you, I had no idea what they did. Because after the surgery, they just showed me, this is what we did. We sewed your rotating cuff. That was it. And I did see like different pictures and didn't understand it. And I asked him, so you just sewed the rotating cuff? Yeah, that's it. Well, the therapist had all the information and he told me exactly what they did. And he showed me pictures, not of me, but the skeleton pictures of the shoulder. And he showed me, this is what they did. This is the way original it was. And now it's like this. And so that's why you have a lot of pain. And I'm like, oh my God, thank goodness. It helps because like that therapist that heard me, another one, um, she was pushing me, and I just thought I was a baby, and so I was pushing myself. Okay, I'll do it. But then I was in pain for 5 days, really bad. And she was not supposed to do that. She did not follow protocol from the doctor. And being my first day of therapy, they were supposed to take it slow. And so I'm still in pain, but I'm better. I'm getting a little bit of more movement. And so we take for granted our hands because we're healthy. Like I'm healthy. There's the only thing that's wrong with me is my accident. Okay. So you never think that anything could happen. And even if you think that maybe someday you'll be in a car accident, you don't know the extent of it. You don't know what it is that you're gonna lose. Thank goodness everything's still attached to me, and it'll be just a short time. It's gonna be 5 months, but eventually I know I'm gonna be perfectly well, and so that's a good thing. So we take so many things for granted. Another thing I couldn't do before, I couldn't feel. Okay, so like my face felt rough. So that's something to be very grateful for, that you have the sense of touch, the sense of taste. I have a friend that she got mugged, and she lost the, the sense of taste. Isn't that terrible? So when you eat, be grateful for your taste buds, that you can taste, that when you touch your face, you can actually feel it. My face felt like sandpaper, and I was like, it was this hand that couldn't feel. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm dried up. And then I started touching myself with my other hand. It's like, oh no. So it was just my sense of touch was gone. It's back. So anyways, don't take things for granted and enjoy life. Don't be afraid. Start looking up classes. There's a lot of fun classes. You can learn a language. You can also learn about other countries. Like I said, wine tasting. I even saw one that it's for to learn how to mix drinks. So that's fun. Cooking class. Oh, painting. They in a lot of bars or yeah, mainly bars. They have it to where you go learn to paint, and then you sip wine or liquor or whatever, and you're among other people that are interested. You could take your friend, or like I said, meet a new friend there. So there's a lot of fun things to do. So please remember, don't procrastinate anymore, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. So do what you can do today. Okay. So I love you guys, and as soon as I'm better, I will do that video for the pillow that my grandson gave me the idea of making. Okay, so and remember, boys can also sew. Okay, so do not procrastinate and go have fun. Go check out your community college and see what classes they have. For people that are young, they're inexpensive. For people that are 55, woohoo, we get to go free. So check your community college and your universities. They offer them too. Okay. See you guys. I hope this helps you to stop procrastinating. I'm gonna go walk tomorrow morning, and maybe you guys can join me. Let's go walking. Okay, even a short distance, but if your legs are healthy, go use them. Okay, and if something that I want to do is go throw hoops. Just because I knew that before I could, and now that I know I can't, I want to so badly. Okay, so have fun. Bye.